Hello.
Hi. There it is. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Okay. I've never used Zoom before, so I was like, okay. So
y'all did it quick.
Do you want to see them?
No, I don't. And I'm not particularly, not unless I have to see them. I would like to just find them, read them, give you everything they're saying, and then go from there.
Okay. So what do you need?
So have you ever done this before?
No.
Okay. Y'all are both like, Okay. So y'all both have two different horses?
Yes. She has two and I have one.
Okay. So I possibly could be talking to yours, but I think I'm talking to yours. So if that happens, let's just figure it out. Just because when there's more people, there's more horses, there's more energy. Can y'all hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna find a horse. I'm gonna give you some details, and you're gonna tell me whose personality is, whose horse it is. If it's a no, you will not hurt my feelings. That just means I'm not on the right track, and just get me on the right track, or just like tell me like, no, that's not it. I don't care that it's a no. Because I want to do the best. So it's kind of just a walking through a process down a road kind of thing. Okay. So does somebody have a bay, maybe like a bay filly, or a bay colt? I say that because they're young, but they're not they're actually rideable, and they have like a red color tint to their skin, to their coat.
Yes.
Who has that one?
Me.
You. Okay. Is it like a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old?
He's 3, coming 4 in June.
Okay. Okay. Is he sassy?
He can be, yeah. Yes.
Is he prissy? Does he like to be kind of like to be clean? Like, he thinks he's the man. He has a very big ego. Okay. Okay. What is his barn name? What do you call him?
Flynn.
His name's Fred.
Flynn. Yes. Yeah, that's his name. He thinks his name's Fred.
He's very proud of it. Very proud of it, because he shot it at me before I could actually get his real name out. So he's a prideful. He's funny because he's so prideful, but he's also meticulous. Like, he doesn't like to trip up and stumble. He wants to be perfect at everything. He gets very frustrated when he doesn't know what you're asking him. Does that sound like him?
Yes.
He even feels very military, and I don't know why. I think he's a little bit of an old soul in a very young body. Okay, so this doesn't happen often. Did you have a granddad that was in the military?
No, I'm in the military. As far as I'm her aunt, as far as I know, I'm the only one in the family in the military.
Okay, y'all need to go back and look and see if there was a granddad or a great granddad that was in the military, because even the uniform looks old. And because I don't know if I would have to dig deeper. We'd have to probably find out some more.
We do. I just remembered our grandpa Jim, his father was in the army a long time ago.
So great-grandfather.
Yeah, great-grandfather.
Great-grandfather.
That's funny.
Can I get really weird with y'all?
Yeah.
Yep.
So, let me make sure I'm right before I do this. Say this. Okay, so he sent you this horse. Sometimes people reincarnate, souls reincarnate, but that's not what this is. He sent you him and maybe a grandmother figure, but she's quiet and like meek, sent you this horse for whatever reason. So take very good care of him. I do feel like he could very well be a heart horse for you. I feel like sometimes he makes you annoyed as all get out, but then you laugh on the backside of it. So he's not going anywhere. You're not going to get rid of him, are you?
No.
Okay. I don't feel like you would. Sorry. He's a very, like, I don't know how you get anything done. He's a chatty Cathy too, which is great. He talks a lot.
I can see that.
Yeah. Okay. So do you spell Flynn Flin in, or do you spell it Phlin?
Flynn.
FLY. I knew I was getting it wrong. Okay, perfect. Good. Okay. Do you have specific questions for him?
I do, and we were extra and we made a list because we wanted to be prepared.
Nice. Okay, that's good. Listen, I've got a whole hour with y'all. I will get through everybody, I promise.
Okay.
You usually can do 2.5 an hour, so we're good.
So I wanted to know if he's sore or hurts anyway.
Do you have to whip him, and not in a mean way? Do you have to like get after him a little bit?
Yeah, for him to kind of get energy, he's very, very, very lazy.
So his the only place he hurts is like his rump when his ego gets hit with that whip. So
okay. All right. And then
off the bat, he is not showing me anything. Maybe, but let me take that back. Is he having a hard time turning?
Kind of. Yes, a little bit. I thought he was just kind of having a hard time figuring out his footing because he's just being started, but whatever you think, I will listen.
I don't know if he has, I know these teeth come in and go and shed. I don't know, but like he has a little irritation on a lower tooth cap in the back on his right side. It feels like a right side, the lower part. So I don't know when he gets his teeth done or when the vet's out, or if you could even look and see if he's swollen on one side or the other. But I think whenever, does his bit move back and forth really easily, or does it stay?
He runs in a couple different ones, but I think it would move back and forth. He runs in kind of this.
There's one I think that's kind of loose, and it might even be almost like a broken one or something that is there one that bends?
I have one that's a 2-piece and it bends, and then I have one that's a dog bone, and I don't know which one he likes better. I'm trying to figure that out.
I think he likes the dog one better because it moves less in his mouth.
Okay.
But I also think he can take more control over it. And so yes. And if you want him to be, I don't feel like he has a bunch of pep and energy in him. I think he seems like a horse that's going to knock over everything in your cross tie. He's going to fiddle with everything, but he's not energetically like going to move his legs. He's a very much a toy. Are you trying to get him to barrel race?
Yeah.
Maybe like a forage diet. Have you ever heard of forage diet?
Yeah.
Maybe something like that, because he ain't got no go-go juice.
No. He doesn't. No.
Is he plump? Is he fat?
Yeah, he's kind of on the heavier side.
Yeah, he eats a lot. Yeah, that's another issue. He doesn't have no energy because he's always full. And I don't want him to not eat because like that's what they're supposed to do, but he's just sluggish. And so if he had more energy rich food, that might help. Have y'all ever heard of equine energy medicine?
No.
Okay, I'll email it to you. Or I'll just message it to you. I'll send you her stuff.
Okay.
Okay. Hold on. Let me write that down. She talks about this stuff a lot, and he's just sluggish. So I don't know if he has like a little bit of a fatty liver issue, but not like nothing bad health wise. He's just too plump. He just needs to like be able to burn off everything he's using in a way. And so, he could almost use some sweet tea or something, but like that's not a good idea.
All right.
So, okay, what do you want me to ask him anything?
I would kind of like to know if he likes to run barefoot, and what he's thinking while he's in the holding pen in the alleyway.
Okay, so yes, he likes being barefoot, but he's sensitive. So like sometimes he steps on things and I don't think his feet are built up enough, but I would still keep trying to go that way. If like I personally like barefoot, he likes barefoot. I think he also he is a he's kind of like a kid in the aspect of you've just put him in dress shoes and they're uncomfortable, and so it takes him more than 3 days to get over new shoes in his head. So so that's also something to think about. Okay, alleyway. There's a lot going on in that alleyway. That's a lot for him to handle, is what he's talking about. He's like, there's a lot to look at. He gets confused as to where he's supposed to go and what he's supposed to do. And I feel like he almost gets nervous on the inside, but not on the outside.
Yeah.
Like you could almost like feel him shake, kind of like he's going to jump out of his skin at any minute.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Recently, more before, now that he knows kind of what's a little bit more of what's going on.
It's, let's see, I think you need something calming. I don't want to calm him too much either, and would never give him anything because he's already sluggish enough, but he needs something to do in the alleyway. So if you to tease his mind, because he is a little bit of a slow thinker. He's not a slow thinker like he's stupid or slow or this or that. He's a slow processor. So you can stimulate his brain by saying, okay, let's walk over here to this panel, or let's walk over here to this truck, or let's walk over here and do this. And when you start to get, and I'm going to send you this recording, by the way, and when you start to give him pictures of what you want to do, then he can calm down, because only picture that I think y'all both think of in the alleyway is going, and that makes him nervous.
Okay. Yeah, that kind of is, because I'm worried that he's just going to go in there and trot. So
yeah, I would be nervous about that. No wonder. You must have to really hit him to get him going.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk to him about that. Let's all right, besides him needing physically more energy, he needs, I feel like he almost needs a little more exercise and getting used to running. Do you do poles with him?
I have, but not a ton.
I don't care if you do poles. I need you to do running. I need him to do not trotting. I need him to do a little more running exercises, a little more, maybe even run to the end of the arena and you get a cookie, or run to the end of the arena and stop and let's pick up this bucket or a tarp on the fence and then put it back, and then run to the other side of the arena, and then like nothing that's exactly like barrel racing, but just things to so he always knows that you kind of want him to run in a arena type thing. I wouldn't want him to run and get barn sour, or run and get like, every time he gets a saddle on, think he has to run, but run and do stuff, and to get him legged up, to get him more physically fit, and also get him in the habit of running instead of just trotting everywhere.
Yeah.
And that's, yeah. And you don't have to do it but a couple of times, and then y'all could go do something else. But he needs to start learning a cue of going.
Yeah.
And not like, oh, I'm just gonna look over here and da 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 da, because he does that mentally. About that brain. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He needs to
Um,
learn his job. He needs to learn, and I think he likes his job. He likes anything y'all do. He just needs to learn his job.
Okay.
But remember,
Uh,
he's 3. He's 3.
Yeah. Okay. I wanted to know if there's anything I do that he's like, oh my God, girl, just stop. And if he likes me.
We're not going to give him that question because he doesn't get any say in that. He's no. He's got too much of an ego because he would tell you to quit hitting him with the whip and stuff. And I'm like, well, then go. If you want her to quit hitting you with the whip, you need to go.
You need to go
Like,
somewhere.
this isn't like her quit hitting you and you just keep doing the same thing. She's doing this to get you to go. Okay, does he like you? Yes, he likes you. He would like smother you. He would follow you. He follows you everywhere. I'm sure. He's like, if you go in the pasture, he's right up your behind, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Well, like, yes, he likes you. He doesn't like to go, but he likes you. Like, he'll get over that. That's just like, got to get out of his system.
Yeah. So this is an odd question. Do horses have favorite colors?
Yes, they have. Well, let me rephrase that. I don't know if they have favorite colors. They have favorite color buckets. They have favorite things, and it's a smell texture thing for them. They have specific things and the reasons why they like things. Why does he have something that you think he likes?
No, I just wanted to know if he had a favorite color.
Oh, does he have a favorite color? Let me show him some colors and see what he likes. I think he likes purple, red. He doesn't really care that much. If it's a color thing, it's a you have to ask him what the product is. Like, if you want to know what color looks good on him and what he likes his halter to be, he can't see that. So he don't really give a two craps about it. If you want to ask him what color his favorite cookie is, he will tell you.
All right. So I started wearing back boots on him when I ride him at any time because I kind of had a feeling he might be burning himself. So I was wondering if it hurt when I rode him without hind boots.
Hold on, let me send that to a voicemail. Does it hurt when you ride him without back boots? No, it doesn't hurt, but it is too loose. Like, his ligaments feel like they get too loose, so I wouldn't want you to run him without back boots.
Yeah. Okay.
Because he needs that support.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He doesn't use his body correctly. That's probably another reason why he doesn't have a ton of energy. He doesn't use his body. He doesn't carry himself like he should in a way. And so he, until he learns how to do that and the muscles build up in him, I would do all the supportive things for him.
Okay. All right. I think I kind of covered everything on that list. I had ulcers on here, but he doesn't really give me any signs of ulcers if he has like any stomach issues. Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I would just look into the forage thing and then feel around on his jaw and his mouth and watch it. And if you have any more like really quick, I like the dog bone bit better. If you have, or he likes the dog bone bit better. If you have any questions, like, he might have a tooth thing and it might just be a cap. I don't know what that is. I don't know at that age. If you need to, when the vet comes back, whatever, look at it. Or if he gives you any more problems, I would look at get his mouth looked at.
Anything about can they tell you something about saddles? Like, I have 2 different saddles and I want to know which one he feels more comfortable in, but I don't know how he's going to tell you that.
Oh yeah, because I can just it was one a dark brown and one a light brown.
Yes.
Is the light brown squeakier than the dark brown?
No, I don't think so.
Are they both the same squeakiness?
I would think I don't really pay attention to that, but I would think the dark brown is more squeaky.
Is the light brown softer and more supple?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's more used in a way?
Yep.
Do you put different pads under each one?
I swap pads around a lot. I just had a newer pad, stiffer pad on him, trying to break it in. And then his other pad that I use on him more often is a thinner 5-star, kind of softer pad.
Is there one that's like a lambskin?
No. The thicker one is kind of a weird material. It's kind of pickier, but it's not lambskin.
Is it white and fuzzy?
Yeah, it's not super fuzzy though.
All right, so that pad I think he likes better on his skin because it doesn't rub.
Which one?
The one that's the white. There's like he showed me like a white fuzzy knitted meshy. I don't know what it is. It's like a texture. It's not like a cloth. It's like a texture.
Okay.
You can show me. You could. Yeah. Okay. That one. Yes. No. Yep. That one.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay, I didn't think I like the other one on it better, but whatever he says.
It's so the other one is the other one pulls his skin a little bit.
Okay.
And the fluffier, whiter looking one like moves a little bit more. It might not be what your pick is, but it doesn't like it doesn't stick to him, so he likes that. The saddle is your light brown one lighter but longer?
It's the light brown one is heavier.
Okay. And then
the dark brown one's up there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's a more dark brown saddle than he likes the dark brown one better than the light brown. Also feel like it fits the back of his, I guess, like low back flank area, whatever you call that, better. Or it's lifted up or something, and it doesn't. So it's not as much pressure.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't. Either one of them aren't bad at all.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's him.
It's him. Okay. Now, who else am I talking? Are you Danielle or is your aunt Dan?
I am Danielle.
You're Danielle. What was your name?
Summer.
Summer. Oh, okay. Oh, no wonder I got so confused. All right. I just thought it was two. Okay. All right. So, Danielle, well, let me ask you this. Who has a cream colored horse? This might not even be either one of y'all's. Palomino really. Light. Okay, no. All right. Danielle, what color is the horse that you want me to talk to?
That's kind of a hard question. He's supposed to be black, but he bleaches in the sun a little bit, so he's kind of more bay-like right now, and he has like a little bit of roaning in his hips.
Okay. He's a quiet boy.
He doesn't like to talk?
Not yet. I mean, he kind of gets there. He's reserved and he's respectful.
Yeah, I've taught him.
He is nothing like Flynn. Let's just start out there, right? No, like he is kind of like the solemn type. He's kind of like the boss. He doesn't have to say a bunch. His body or his body language and who he is and how he carries himself speaks volumes. If I'm wrong, it's okay.
That sounds like him. That sounds a lot like him.
Okay. Ooh, I bet he'd be a pistol as a stallion. Is he a stallion?
No,
he'd be interesting as a stallion. It wouldn't be bad. I think he'd be great. But glad those are out of the way. Okay, so do you run barrels with him?
Yes.
Is he fast?
Yes.
Like, sorry, he's like, I am fast. I'm like, and like really fast. Like, is he too fast?
I'm just getting back into it. So for me right now, he has been. It's kind of like a freight train. Yeah. Like he'll leave me in the alleyway if I'm not on top of it.
So for a while, and then he was trained by her, and then I took him over, finished him, and ran him for a while recently, and she just got him back. So that's kind of the situation.
Being in the military, it was kind of, I didn't really have time, and that wasn't fair to him because I feel like I don't know, you could tell me this, but I feel like he's the type that he has to have a job. He doesn't like to just sit around. So I was like, hey, Summer, do you want to take him and finish him and run him? So I just am getting back into it now.
So I just wrote down knows his job.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
does, yeah.
Okay. That's so funny because like a lot of horses don't want you to come off. He just wants to go. So if you fell off, he probably would still run his barrels.
Yeah. Well, I was actually asked that because the last barrel race we went to, my saddle wasn't, I actually sold it and ordered a new one that fits him because it rolled off to the side of him around my second. And it was a whole fiasco. We did finish the run, but the next 2 days he like came out really wide on that barrel. And I don't know if it was because he was paying attention to where my body placement was, like he was scared it was going to roll off again or what.
Yeah, because as it's rolling, he was still going, wasn't he?
Yes.
Like, yeah, y'all were just like you were just gathering everything to try to get back on because he didn't really have, he was like, oh shit, come on.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like, what are you doing? This is not supposed to happen. Yes. So yes. And he knows his job so well that he even like, that's why he thought ahead and gave himself more. His ego is slightly different. This is what he said. I gave myself more room in case she had a problem.
That actually, yeah, I could see him saying that.
She did. So, he's so funny. He's funny. He's like, you laugh at him, not with him, because he's not very humorous. He takes this very seriously. Let's see. Okay, do you want to slow down, or do you want to have things to help you be able to go handle the speed? Is that
I want to be able to handle the speed again. I used to, and like I said, it's just been like 2 years now that I used to be able to run with him, and now it's just me getting back into it. And I don't want to slow him down because I know he knows his job. He loves his job, I think. So I want with him. I don't want to make him come back down to my level.
Okay. I get that, but with the both of y'all, I feel like the best thing that could happen is if there's a meet in the middle. If do you have more time to practice with him, to connect with him? I don't really need you to practice barrels. He's got that. I need y'all to have more connection. I need him to learn how to feel you more. I need y'all to be able to move like one instead of two.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, we've been riding every day, and I haven't done barrels or anything. I've just been doing random things in the arena to try to get with him better.
Yeah, do you bareback ride him?
I haven't, no.
I don't know if I would either.
No,
He's fast.
Yeah, not recently, only because I have some bad back issues. So I would try it if it's going to help us, but
no, stay safe. It's easier to stay safe. He's so programmed job wise. I would like for y'all to have fun. So I'm trying to ask him what would be fun. He's not like a trail horse. He's not someone that wants to walk up to a fence and pick this up or do this. He's not, that's not how he works. Hold on, let me think of me. I'm trying to ask him things. He just kind of wants to run and go and do. He has a hard time appreciating and let's see, hold on, let me think. He has a hard time being in the moment and enjoying life. He's so much better after he runs because he mentally gets that out of the system. Does that make sense?
Yeah, he's always a lot calmer after he runs. Before he runs, he's always like head held high. Just, you could tell he's internally freaking out.
Mm-hmm. No, he's internally ready to go.
Yeah.
And he is like, I am tired of waiting. Let's go. I'm tired of waiting. Come on. Y'all hurry up. I've got to think of something fun. He's not even like a big treat horse. He doesn't even care. Like he'll eat them, but that's not like what to like you. Yeah, he's not even a like I love treats. He does like. Oh, okay. Do you like essential oils?
Yeah, I just put him on some essential oils recently.
That's so funny. You put some on him?
Oh,
No.
he's talking about the other essential oils.
Oh no, I no. Yeah, I was talking about feed stuff. I don't use essential oils like that you put on him.
Okay, so I want you to find I'm gonna message this to Summer. What state are y'all in?
Texas.
Oh, nice, good state. So there's a place called what part are y'all in, like rural Texas?
Yeah, in like the northern part, almost Oklahoma. It's called Wichita Falls.
Oh, I think I've heard of Wichita Falls. Oh, I have, because is that where they do all the quarter horse racing? Quarter horse.
I just moved here in November, so I'm not really sure, to be honest.
That's all right. Do y'all get Amazon where you're at?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just right. I'm going to send Summer some stuff.
Okay.
You just need one or two bottles. I just want, if you want to get like, don't get peppermint, because then they usually associate peppermint with like peppermint treats, and you're not edible. So like lavender, or there's one called Purification, which smells really good. I want you to get an essential oil, and I want you to massage him. I want you to like put it a little bit in your hand. You don't have like so say this is his mouth, like this far away, he'll smell it. See if he likes the smell of it, because they can be very strong. And let him he likes smells. He likes flowers, which is kind of weird. And so if you kind of like rub him and let him smell and let him relax and calm down, and you actually do something for him, y'all, it is going to create a better connection with the two of you. Because he doesn't know who his owner is. He doesn't know who he doesn't have a person. And I think I would love for you to be his person. I think you kind of already are, but he doesn't understand that. So he's used to brushed, taken care of, ridden, yada yada. And I want something that's a little more for him, and so you can connect. So he'll start to be like, oh, this is different. I need his mind to change. I need him to have a different experience that he's never had. And that would, I don't think he's ever really been massaged. And you don't have to even like know how to massage. Like, don't research this. Just rub the boy. Just go get some essential oils and rub him and let him smell, or go find some flowers at the grocery store and like a roses or something, and let him smell them. He don't need to eat them, but just smell them and enjoy smells and rubs.
Okay.
He's kind of funny. He's kind of in his like boss-ish, like almost like motherly, like I've got to get this done, we got to do this, we got to do that, and he never like shuts his brain down until he runs it out of him.
Okay.
What do you have any questions for me?
What does he say his name is?
Oh, I guess I gotta say it because this is what came first. Romeo.
Oh, okay.
That's funny.
I call him Cole. That's what I've always called him.
Yeah, you can call him Cole. He don't care, but he's like more of a Romeo. He actually is a funny thing. If you look at him and call him Cole, he's just like, eh. If you look at him and call him Romeo, he's like, yeah, like what's going on? And like has more energy to it. So
yeah.
that's funny. Okay. I don't know where they come up with this crap, but they do. Yeah, so do you have any other questions?
Yes. So is he sore anywhere, or does he have any signs of ulcers or anything like that?
Yeah, if he maybe like not like big ulcers, but maybe a little gut stuff, that maybe some aloe could fix. You know, aloe, like the juice, you can he doesn't need a lot, maybe like a um like a half an ounce maybe, or an ounce a day, in his lower gut towards the back. He feels kind of ouchy on his low back, like where the saddle ends, like that area. If I touch it, he's a little flinchy, it seems like right there. But that's just muscle soreness.
Okay.
So, and maybe a little bit from his gut that comes up, but nothing bad. Like I wouldn't put him on Ultragard. I might would put him on colostrum, but not like and if you ever are curious about it, I can send you the link. There's a really good colostrum out there, but other than that, like he's somebody I would look into for a forage diet as well, because he's just so hot, not hot in the alley, but just hot thinking and hot bodied. He burns up a lot of his nutrition, and I would want him to stay healthy.
Okay.
As healthy as he can.
Forage diet, like alfalfa cubes or just alfalfa hay? Because right now we feed a flake of coastal and a flake of alfalfa every night, and then they get coastal and grass in the pasture during the day.
And then do they get grain?
Yeah.
So a lot of times forage diets don't have any grain, because it's an inflammatory. So like both of your guys feel inflamed, like they have inflammation, like a low level. And it also, when they're inflamed like that leads to other problems. It builds upon itself over years, and they start to deteriorate in different ways. Reason I like forage diets, you'll see a video soon of I think she's like 22. I'll have to get her right age. Her before and after picture, she completely looks different. She's much more healthier. She got really sick and went to the hospital. And then after that, they had put her on a forage diet to get her better. And physically, they feel very strong. Their ligaments feel good. Their bones feel good. Their muscles feel good. They process things better. Their mind calms down. They like are slick as eel skin. I mean, they don't even you don't even have to do anything for their coat, because it's absolutely so shiny and crazy gorgeous. And so they just do better. There's a lot of crap, and I'm not saying take them off of their feed. I'm just planting seeds for you, because to get you thinking and like looking at different things, because some of the feeds have so many things in them that it just doesn't resonate with the horses. They don't digest it well. They store it, like they'll have fat pockets and things on them. When you take them off of it, it's kind of like us switching from McDonald's to an organic diet. Like, we're going to feel like crap. So if you did take them off of grain, it would be a slow process. And I would not recommend taking them off of grain while you are running, unless you really notice they get improvements, because they can get headaches, they can get diarrhea, they can get constipated, they can feel kind of crummy. So some people, it takes a couple of months before they take them off of, they wean them off of grain. And I'm not saying do that. I just want you to get educated, and I'm going to send you to someone who is overly educated, and she's really good and easy to talk to, and she does hair testing. She does sessions where she can like walk you through the process, but you can learn a lot from her YouTube, or I mean her TikTok videos. So that, I just planting some seeds. Do you know what I mean? Like planting seeds. Yeah, I'm planting seeds because your guys are pretty interesting. Like, and they have really good personalities.
Okay.
So yeah, that's why. Okay, what else do you got questions for?
I have two more questions for him, really.
Okay.
One of them is when he was back up, and they came from Pennsylvania before they came here with Summer. And at one point, out of the blue, he started like pinning people in the carport and kind of like attacking them.
The carport, we fed them in a carport. So
like a shelter side. So
he was pinning people or pinning horses?
People, both.
But he would try to like kick at us and bite us and like just chase us out of the carport, and he was bad. But as soon as he got back here, he was fine.
Okay, so that carport irritated the hell out of him. It was noisy in a way that he didn't like. He didn't like eating in there. I think he was also very aggravated that he had to eat in there. I don't when he takes me in there, it's a very muffly, weird sound that just made him cringe.
Okay. Because we started him tied to a tree instead of in the carport, and he did get a lot better tied to the tree.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. He's also a boss. Did I tell you all that?
Yeah.
So he but I will say this too, like that was really, really bad behavior, but it wasn't even though he did make everybody feel uncomfortable, he was just so uncomfortable. Like he hated that that carport. I don't think he minded outside of the carport and the pastures, but he did not like being there. And I don't think he likes that cold ass winter there either.
Yeah. We don't either. That's why we're here.
Yeah, I think his skin is really thin, or thinner, not like bad thin, and he also just doesn't like he fuzzes up good in the winter. So Pennsylvania just wasn't a happy place for him.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
And my last question was, I know it's hard, because like you said, he doesn't know who his owner is because I had him, then he went with Summer and came back to me. But I've had him since he was like 6 months old, and I just want to know if he loves me or likes me.
I think that's why I want y'all to do some stuff together, like the massage and different things. Because he's not like a big treat boy that you can just give treats and he'll fall in love with you. That's not how he works. And I'm kind of pissed that he said this, but I'm not going to lie to you. He said he tolerates you.
Oh, cool. Oh my God. He just looked over here at me like, what? I'm telling you the truth.
He's not a people person.
Okay. I kind of got
yeah,
that.
I can see that.
And I think that's also because you don't baby him.
Mm-hmm.
No, I stopped babying him a long time ago.
Because he was probably a little shit when he got babied.
He was a little shit.
So he has a little bit of a spoiled mentality. And he didn't have manners then, and now he does. And that's why I want him, like, you're not soft. And can I like read you a little bit?
Yeah, read me.
Okay. Careful what you ask for. You're not soft. You're not like soft. The only way you would be soft is if you were in a relationship.
Yeah.
And you're not going to nobody's even going to see that softness outside of that relationship. That's all like inside the house. That's it. That you're a whole nother lovely, like almost flower inside of a relationship with someone, and than you are on the outside. Like people, like you probably, are you in a relationship now?
Yeah, I'm married, and my wife would say the same exact thing.
Okay. Are y'all thinking about having a baby?
We've thought about it, but not really soon. Like a couple years.
Okay. That makes sense. Okay. So, you should plan that sooner than later. And I mean that in a good way. There's things that you want in your life, and there's things that you want to happen, but you and Cole both need to learn how to soften the fuck up a little bit. Okay. Like life is fun and it's bubbly and it is just a little soft, and it's okay. Y'all both have this very rigid, you've put your rigid on him.
That makes sense.
But you want him to be like your wife. Yeah, like that would get your goat right there. That would make your day. And you need that because you are so hard everywhere else. You don't have enough like joy, and he doesn't understand it. So the both of y'all get to figure that out together. Because I want both of y'all coming out of that ring, like once he slows down, like, oh, that was so fucking cool. And you're just happy. Y'all could instantly feel how cool the energy is. And nobody else, you don't have to really share it, but the two of y'all need to get it. And y'all aren't getting it because you have a workhorse literally that likes to work. And then you have you that is a workhorse.
Yeah. It makes sense. Whenever I just look at him, I'm like, you look like me. And not like look like me, but like, I don't know. He just feels like me. And you describe me perfectly without even knowing me. That's exactly how I am.
Yeah, it's all good stuff. And I also feel like I mean, I know you'll be here for a while and all that kind of stuff, but I really want you to have joy sooner. I really want you to, I don't think things have always been the easiest for you. And listen, I don't have kids and I don't want kids, but I want kids for you because that is, you are reluctant about it a little bit. There's some hesitation. I get y'all just moved and all that kind of stuff, but that's going to bring you something that life's never brought you. It's going to bring you unconditional love and piss you off at the same time and be protective and all of that stuff. But you will do well with that. And I think the reason why y'all kind of hesitate is maybe she hesitates a little bit, but you're really like unsure.
Yeah, that's basically exactly it. I just am not sure that yet or not.
Yeah, you're never going to be sure, so just do it. Just start the process. Yep. Okay. Sorry, I just like made your life change a little bit on that one, but yeah.
So one more thing about him. When he runs, this is something we cannot figure out at all. We've tried running him to the right, to the left. I think he likes running to the left a lot better. But his right turns around the barrels, he gets real hoppy, and she has a bad back, which she thought it was because of him. And she thought it's because of riding. And I said, no, I really think it's because of him, because when I started riding him, my back got really bad because he jumps and jams you. Like he hops almost around the backside of his right barrels. So I tried switching him to the right, and he didn't like running to the right. So I switched him back to the left, and we've been just trying to figure that out constantly, why he does that. So that's why we thought he was super sore somewhere, and he parks out when he stands after you ride him most of the time. Like he'll
stretch his back legs out.
Like he's sore.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of a big struggle that we've had with him that we've really wanted to figure out.
He's not sore. He kind of gets like tight muscles. Okay. And so he stretches his muscles out. And that's one thing about the forage diet is he doesn't have, I don't think they're the proper nutrients to keep him all together, like get his muscles supple. He doesn't absorb stuff good enough. And I think that's like another thing that's, so like he doesn't have enough magnesium and potassium for his brain and his body and his muscles to calm down. I'll send you a link for this stuff called Natural Release. It's fantastic. It's pretty affordable for the bottle. Get the spray because it lasts longer, and you can literally just put that on his lower back before y'all run. You can put it on his back every day. You can put it on every other day. It doesn't matter. It'll just help his low back feel better and his muscles feel better. But the diet is going to help too. He gets so excited. He gets so excited when he is running that he gets ahead of himself, and that's why he hops.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense because he goes flying after his first. We both love it because like he's all focused on the job, and you go fly. You can push him as hard as you want to the first, and he stops and he turns it, and then he gets like so much like excitement and speed going to the second.
It's just going way too fast.
Yeah, he's just going way. It feels like he's going way too fast.
Yeah. That may, and then he is trying to catch up with that momentum. So he literally hops to get it going. And I'm like, no. You got to learn how to, so I'm trying to tell him he needs to stay like closer to the ground and stop digging so hard and like let his feet catch up with his body. That makes no sense to him. So let me like kind of think of another way. And I'm actually picturing it because if he goes to the left, he goes around that barrel and then he goes straight across and then he has to turn right. So if he turns right there, does he have to turn right to get on the last barrel?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So there's no way to go left. Okay. Or left, right, left. Let's see. Yeah, he's just ready to fly. And he doesn't realize how much faster he could go if he did not hop.
Yeah.
He thinks in his head he can hop to get to the momentum. I just keep telling him to sit down. I also feel like that's the thing with you too. I feel like you come up out of the saddle too much. Like I wish you could sit down. I wish you had a way of sitting down more. I think part of that is like the saddle, which your new one that's coming might help. I think part of that is your inner thigh muscles, maybe, or your lower abdomen, inner thighs.
Okay.
To get you to get down further. Because I don't like how you pop up and I feel like you hit the back of the saddle. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
What do other people do to get them to not hop?
I would typically work them at home and set barrels up in like a straight line, 3 barrels in a straight line, and lope them around the barrels, but like make them really stretch their stride out and like make them move throughout their stride and kind of keep forward motion rather than sucking themselves up and jumping.
That's what I feel like. I feel like he needs to get low instead and out, like you're saying, instead of this compressed ball of energy.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah. I would I keep he knows what you're saying and thinking, so keep thinking, get low, keep seeing him getting low and stretching out and getting his legs out from under him and not putting them getting them so balled up and tight. Okay. I also think if he did that whenever you got off of him, he wouldn't like have this back spasm stretchy thing he wants to do.
Okay.
So yeah. Is there anything else? I got my clients a little early and I'm absolutely shocked, but she can wait a second outside. Is there anything else that y'all want me to?
I had my other horse, but I don't know how much time we have. I have my good horse yet.
Can you give me, I have about 4 minutes left with you, but let me let her in and that way she's not in the heat and then I'll be right back. Hold on. I am running a little behind on my phone. I'm on a animal communication call. So if you want to hang out and just give me 5 minutes, is that cool? You do whatever you want, and then you just do whatever. I'm almost done. Okay. All right. Okay. So your other horse, I'm surprised I only got through 2. This is crazy. What's your other horse's name?
Belle.
Belle? Yeah. What color is she? Is a she, I'm assuming. Yeah.
She's like a dark bay brown, almost black, but not black.
So like she has like more lighter color on her nose than and maybe on her feet-ish, knees or whatever, but not, I don't even feel like she has any of that color hardly.
No, she's darker on her feet.
Okay. So she's like dark. She's like so dark bay that she's still light in the middle, but her legs and everything else are dark. Her hair.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Let's see. I'm trying to find her. And I don't want to find Cole again. Okay, she has is she soft and sweet?
Yes.
Is she young?
She's 8.
Yeah, so yeah, young, below 10. Okay. She doesn't act like she's 8. She still feels like she's younger, which she likes that. But she's mature.
Yes.
Yeah. What questions do you have for me for her?
I feel like she's sore somewhere. I've taken her to vets. They say that she's sore, but they can't figure out where. She gets very stiff around the back sides of her barrels, but she never used to be like that. It was only the last 6 months or so. And I had to run her some relaxers and she's okay.
So she is showing me her left, I would call it it's a left muscle on her back and / her ribs. Her lower, like if you run your fingers down beside her spine, does she flinch and quiver?
Yeah, she will. Yeah.
Yeah, she's got, so her ribs are twisted. that happens to all of us. And so you can go in between them and work on them, and usually they'll untwist and things. But I feel like hers keep they'll move. There's a guy. Have you ever heard of the Animal Crackers there in Arizona?
Yeah, I went to a few barrel races that they're at.
Have you ever had any work done from them?
No.
They're fantastic. That's Kit and Kelly.
Okay.
I've done a class with them and worked with them, and we did a whole rescue facility, and there was horses that couldn't even like bend their head down to eat the grass. And then after we got, and this particular one was almost 30, he was 33. And after we got done, he could bend his head down to eat grass.
Okay.
They do a muscle manipulation type thing with the muscles and the bones in a way to just put everything back in its normal place. And I feel like that's like, she would benefit a lot from that. I feel like that's what's hanging her up is her rib cage, and I learned that from them.
Okay.
I would definitely, when you go to the next place and they're there, do that. Or either I'm trying to write it down. Looking for my notes.
So I learned a long time ago how to like work with their ribs and put the ribs back in place, and I did it to her the other day. Did that help her at all, or did it not really do anything?
No, I feel like it did. Did you like take your elbow or your hand and go in her intercostals and come all the way down?
Yeah, I used like this side of my hand and I push all the way down.
Yep. So you can start testing like and pushing your finger into that muscle on the top back and see where it quivers. And once it starts quivering in that place, do that rib and move your way out. She might try to kick you. And if she does, or she gets real like twisty, like bendy, you are on something. That is probably your problem. And if y'all feel comfortable, yes, do it. I think so, because I feel like with her, it's her shoulders into her rib cage, low back area, but not so much like your SI and things. Those don't feel out of whack. Maybe like her sacrum a little bit, but nothing like to get injected. Like she's just I feel like her rib cage keeps her from doing what she needs to do.
Okay. All right. I also wanted to know what saddle and pad she likes also.
Can we tell her none is not an option? You need to put the shortest, lightest one on her.
Okay. So
and I feel like she even kind of has a longer back. But I would
yeah, kind of.
Yeah. I think that's also another thing that gets her kind of hung up. And I would do the lightest one you got and see how she feels with that.
Okay.
Because she was pretty blunt with like none. So I don't think she cares for saddles, but I don't think she has an option. So let's just try to figure out which one makes her feel the best.
Okay. She recently got into a wreck in the barbed wire, and I want to know how she got stuck in the wire. I have an idea of how, but I don't tell you that.
Did you find her that morning? Or was it in the afternoon?
No, it was in the middle of the day. Yep, afternoon.
Okay. Okay, is Cole out there with her, or another dark horse?
Yep.
So now this is what she's kind of showing me. That something happened. She got scared, and before she knew it, she was in it. And it was like a freak, like, oh my gosh. And then like, how did I get in here? So I don't know. Yeah, that's what she's showing me.
Would it be maybe sprinklers started going off? Because there's sprinklers in their path.
So whatever happened is the black horse moved, and I guess that's Cole. The dark horse moved, and it was such a move that it scared him, and she was close to the barbed wire, and then before she knew it, she was like in it. So she doesn't even know what happened. All she knows is he moved and she left, and when she launched, she just got herself tangled.
Okay. There was one more thing that was kind of important to me. Oh, where is it? It's on the tip of my tongue. Oh, do I do anything to hold her back or get in her way? Like that she gets like, lady, get the hell out of my way. In her run.
Do you hold her back?
No, I
like you
try not
have-
to. Sometimes
feel
at
like-
the barrel, I'll catch her on the backside and she kind of throws her head up, and when I'm on her face and I have to put my hand down and use my leg, and she's fine.
Yeah, she doesn't like she wants to feel you, not feel you. She wants to just have contact and and guidance, but not pressure.
Okay. Does she get nervous or worried that she's gonna hurt in the holding pen or alley? Sometimes she gives me troubles going in, sometimes she doesn't.
Does she get nervous she's gonna get hurt? No. She's just trying to get going.
Okay.
And then she feels I don't think she trusts, she's not a big truster to like know where to go, or the pictures aren't clear. So if you give her a clear picture to just stand, or she's not going to stand, but like, doing walking, trotting in a circle, or go smell this, or just breathe and calm down a little bit. I think she's hard to calm down when she gets hyper though.
Okay. Oh yeah, we want to know what she says her name is.
Belle. She's good
She
with
likes
Belle. She doesn't I think she could be Rosie.
Rosie. Yeah,
I don't think it is. Yeah, she's
Okay.
a prissy thing. She's kind of prissy.
Yeah, she knows she's a pretty girl and she knows it. She's got a very long mane. Yeah. Okay, well, I know we're over our time, so thank you.
You're very welcome.
You.
You're welcome.
That was very
You're welcome. Can I use any of this on social media?
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And if there's anything you don't want me to use, just let me know. Like Danielle with that like life stuff. If I don't need
the world, I'm okay. I don't care.
Oh my God, she's already starting to open up. Can we believe it? Okay. Very cool. So I also have an FAF club, which is like one question a month per person, per horse or whatever. Or like it's one question a month for whatever horse you want to use it for. And then we meet once a month. And if it gets bigger, we'll meet more times where I do readings like this for whomever. And then there's discounts and stuff on other readings. So if y'all ever need anything, like I just want to ask this one thing, I have that available.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Y'all have a great afternoon.
You too.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, let's see.